Guten Tag. Welcome back to Bloody Bergen Sports with Klutz and Das. Got Das by surprise there.
You did, yeah. I was not expecting that. How are you, mate? I don't think our listeners will be expecting that either.
Yeah, not at all.
Welcome back to the Bloody Bergen Beers podcast. We are Bloody Bergen Beers. We started off reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations you'd more than likely hear at the front bar of your local. And we're coming to you live from our local, Josh.
Yeah, which is the Caxton Hotel.
Fucking oath. We love it dearly. And it's great to be there.
We're
in 2 nights a week at the moment, so it's
great.
Double the amount of usual.
Double the trouble.
You know what else? Like what other intake is going up for me, which I'm not mad about?
What's that?
Bloke.
Yeah, fucking
Let's fucking get stuck into this
one. Get into it, eh?
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, ball. Oh.
Fuck, it is good to get some bloke down my throat. And if you're in Queensland, the greatest state of all, obviously.
Fucking oath.
First of all, congratulations. Must be nice.
Yeah. Your parents did something good, or you did something good by moving yourself up
exactly.
Here.
But the good news is that at the moment, Queensland Celebrations liquor stores are having a lager price promotion. So if you head into any celebrations in Queensland up until the 15th of Jan, you'll be able to make the most of that.
Definitely. Now, if you go in there and it's bloke is not there, there's a very good chance that it's just sold out.
Because it's that good.
It's that good. So you got to get onto the store manager and say, "Oi, Cobb, you need to order some more bloke so I can get it down my throat, and that the nation and the state of Queensland can get more bloke down their throats."
Yeah, exactly right. So head online and search for your nearest celebration store in Queensland. If not, blokeinabar.com, put in your postcode and find your closest stockist.
That's
Simple.
it. There's also a mad range of little summer shirts and shirts in general on there. So just go check them out. They're supporting us. So you should go support them.
Fucking oath.
And also, shout out to Queensland. If you're not in Queensland, that's your own problem.
Suck shit.
People at Tweed, you can probably come over the border and find a celebration.
Yeah, it won't be far.
So, you're sort of there, but I don't know, time difference, you
still make the most of it.
You might rock up when the bottle shop's closed in the morning if you're a little bit too early because of the time difference.
Time difference. Daylight savings.
Yeah, daylight savings. It's really fucking all of us.
Topic for another podcast. This is the Sport Pod.
Exactly. Now, Bloody Bergen Sports. I wanted to kick off. I had this thought on the way here of just how fucking good sport in general is and how influential it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's pretty fucking good.
There's nothing around the world that I think brings people more together than sport.
And it's also so weird how, I think, for me, and I think for a lot of, maybe, I was going to say blokes, but people in general, when you boil it right back, strip it right back, boil it right down.
Yep.
We have nothing in the game, no skin in the game for like a Broncos or a Storm game or an Origin game.
Yep.
There's nothing in this world that I actually have no actual connection to that I care so much about.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Dude, the other night I watched the Adelaide Strikers chase down 229 runs.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal stuff.
Much like Melbourne, I've never been to Adelaide. So I have nothing. I think the only thing
most of the world. Yeah, I've never been there.
Exactly. But I think because Lenny's playing there, I was invested in it. But I was just so invested in this game of cricket. I was like, fucking cheering on Adelaide. I cheered them on again last night because Colin de Grandhomme, a New Zealander, was just hitting sixes everywhere. And I was like, this is awesome. But what made me really think about how sport is just so fucking sick and influential, there was a little incident last week in the NFL where a bloke, his heart just stopped.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never seen a group of people from around the world, particularly in America, just get around something.
Yeah.
It's like it was the biggest news story across the world. It was sports.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of shit going on in the world.
Yeah.
But somehow sport always
tops it off.
Rises to the top.
And also, obviously, one of the best things about sports, like rivalry and competitiveness. But when shit like that goes down, everyone comes together. Doesn't matter what team you play for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone loves an underdog and everyone loves a comeback story. And there's going to be a big comeback story. When he plays his first game, Damar Hamlin.
Is he going to come back and play?
I think he will come back and play.
Yeah.
He's all good.
I saw he's out of hospital and stuff.
For those of you who aren't aware of this phenomenon that's happened, this bloke made a tackle, got up and just collapsed.
Yeah.
Took a couple of steps and then he just collapsed. There was like a 1 in couple of 100 million medical phenomenon that happened.
He had to be hitting a certain spot and fall a certain way and
it was a certain amount of force to his heart at the right time of a heartbeat that made his heart stop without any pre-existing medical condition. It was just a fucking freak accident. and he got he got revived on the field.
Yeah.
Like, they got him going again. But it's just like, you know, the amount of Australian media talking about it and media around the world.
Yeah.
But it happens with everything with sport.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, whenever there's a big sporting moment, it's like everyone gets around it.
Yeah.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just wanted to kick off with how fucking good is sport.
It's so good.
I love it a lot. Right, Dust has a bit of editing this week. Unfortunately, we are really off to a flying start and just fucking muddling up.
Usual.
Anyway, the summer of cricket has basically come to an end for Test Arena.
Yeah, we're going to India, but I think we've had this conversation before. If it's like overseas, I just don't care as much. I don't know why. Maybe because it's harder to watch.
Exactly. But Dust, was something that you brought to my attention a few days ago, and it was about cricket, and it's something that, like, there's only a select few people that do it. And what is that?
I have no idea.
It's the long sleeve, baby.
The long sleeve.
The long sleeve.
Yeah.
So, Dust, what is this long sleeve cricket phenomenon?
Well, I've just noticed that Usman Khawaja this series, this summer, rocked it.
Yep.
And I think he's always been a partaker of the long sleeve.
I think so too.
And he's just like an absolute freak. And I was like, fuck, I wonder why he wears long sleeves. Probably sun protection. Also kind of cool. But then I was like, who else wears long sleeves?
Yeah.
Last one I could remember, Steve Smith.
Yep.
Last time I checked, he was pretty handy.
He goes all right.
He goes all right.
Yeah, he does.
Michael Clark.
Absolute weapon.
Like, is there something in the long sleeve that everyone's missing?
I think there might be. I don't know if it's an added layer of protection, so it just makes you feel even more invincible when you put the creams on. I myself was a bit of a proponent of the long sleeve.
Yeah.
I was actually a little bit disheartened when you got your first cricket creams and it was short sleeve.
Short sleeve, yeah.
And
I didn't know what
it's
that's like, but yeah.
Well, that's all right. I basically nicked mine.
I think I've got Eden's.
Yeah, good. Well, he certainly wouldn't fit them now. the little Eden Richards. But no, I basically had to nick mine actually.
Yeah, right.
Bit of a deflection here, but in year 11. At the end of year 11, there was a very fierce competition for spots on a cricket tour for the first, at the end of the year after school, to go to New Zealand to play cricket in a Morris Cricket Carnival. And I'd never played, I think my story of cricket is I'd never played cricket until I got to Morris, and I started off in the colours and worked my way up to play in the first trial match teams. So I got to go to New Zealand and it was fucking sick. And then I got back and a bloke who didn't trial, a good mate of ours actually, Josh Ryan, he hadn't trialled at all.
Pretty handy cricket.
Didn't do anything like that. Yeah, came back and he took my spot in the first.
Yeah.
And then I got a call from, by the way, 2 days before I went over, I had a hairline fracture in my back and couldn't bowl, which is what I was sent over to do. So I did a little bit of bowling, but fucking hurt. And they couldn't get a replacement to go overseas in time.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
I had my creams and my baggy blue and everything. And then we got a call a couple of weeks. Well, I got a message from Mr. Maddox, cricket coach, a couple of weeks into it. Hey, mate, how's the cricket going? I was like, yeah, like, not too bad. Like, just working my way back, like, getting into it. He goes, good. You don't need your creams. I was like, sorry, what? And he goes, yeah, your touring creams. Like, you're not on the first. I was like, oh. It's like everyone else who's been on tour before me, if they didn't make first, get to keep their creams in case they're called up. And he goes, yeah, we just need your creams. I was like, why? He said, oh, well, they're not yours now. And I was just like,
pretty sure I've worn them, so they are mine, bro.
Gutted. I had a couple of pairs of creams, shirts.
The hat. The hat would be the ultimate.
The jumper.
Yeah, I've got
the woolly
jumper as well. I've got his jumper and his pants.
I actually still have them all.
How?
Well, I came home and I was like, oh, where's all my cricket gear from New Zealand? Mum and Dad are like, oh, it's like over there. Why's that? I was like, oh, I got to take it in. Dad's like, why the fuck? Why the fuck you got to do that? It's like, oh, well, they said because I'm not in the team. I was like, it's sort of bullshit, and explained the whole thing about other mates that have been on previous tours and kept their creams. Dad just picked up the phone and just unleashed. And I was like, oh, fuck.
And you got to keep your creams.
Got to keep my creams. They were like, sorry, mate.
Simple misunderstanding.
Fucking thank you, Michael.
Thank you,
and from there, went on to help Darcy perform in the most underwhelming cricket team that Morris College Ashgrove has ever seen.
I love how you just threw barbs at Eden for not being able to fit into his creams as if you'd fit yours.
I still do, because like whenever I play I play Dale's Daredevils or yesterday's Heroes, I wear those creams.
Do you wear the top?
Else. Yeah, I wear the top. It's a bit tight.
I do not believe
It's a
that.
bit tight.
I do not believe
I'll have to go back home to mum and dad's
and get it
and get them
Can
out.
you wear it next week?
Yeah, I'll try to wear it next week. It'd be awesome. But yeah,
Stolen creams.
shout out to cricket. If anyone wants me to play in their weekend cricket team occasionally,
Reach
let me
out.
know
Yeah,
because
in
I'd love to
Brisbane.
come back.
Yeah.
I'd
actually play one game.
Yeah, I'd play a game.
Yeah.
I'm a frightening opening bowler, and when I've got my eye in, can dispatch a ball to the boundary.
I'm pretty average at everything, so. But
wouldn't
like
say
average.
that.
Like
Yeah, but like it's a good average.
Yeah.
I'd say you're above average, but it's like the more above of the average side. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like the upper echelon of average.
Yeah, I'm
And
happy with that.
That's pretty
I'm happy
fucking
with that.
sick.
I'm not a specialist. I'm just
Yeah.
upper average in everything.
He does wear long sleeves though. So yeah, there's that. Speaking of the cricket, it was pretty underwhelming this summer. I can't remember. You know, there's something about like international sports when, even though we were fucking smashing people, look, it's just underwhelming. And yes, sport is sick, as we've spoken about before. But
Like if it's on, I'm going to watch it.
growing up, I remember I watched Test match cricket, and I'm sitting there in the school holidays for 5 days watching cricket, and it goes down to the
Frothing
wire
every second.
single game.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to ask you this. Is it the opposition are just shit, or are we literally just that fucking
Dude, I think we're that good.
I actually think we're that
Aren't
good.
South Africa the top ranked team, like number one?
No, we're number one by a lot.
Oh, right.
I was looking at the point system and like the percentages, and we're number one by a fair bit.
Why do I
then
think they were
India.
number one?
I don't know, but New Zealand's number 8, but like they were fucking tearing up a while back.
Dude, I
It's
think
very confusing.
I think like if you look at our bowling attack, our bowlers are unbelievably good. Like Pat Cummins is just fucked up.
Yeah.
Scott Boland's average is something stupid. I don't know what it is.
It's like 11 or 12.
And then you're like, oh yeah, we've got awesome bowlers. People forget about our batting lineup as well.
Yeah, the bat. Whenever one
Like-
doesn't rise to the occasion, someone else.
But like
just
we
goes,
are
"Oh,
so
well."
solid 1 through 11.
And then we've also got
And
some
like,
great.
oh,
depth.
Marnus goes out and makes 40 and was like, oh, Marnus is out. Thank God for that. Steve Smith walks to the crease. Like, fucking good luck, guys.
Yeah, it's like over here, Uzi scores less, or 70 or less, and his Australian average goes down.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, it sucks.
Yeah, come on, Izzy.
It's ridiculous.
Dave Warner just fucking banged 200 and
Yeah.
yeah.
Got
Anyway.
man of the series for 213
Yeah,
runs
weird.
in 3 or
So
4
fucking
innings.
weird.
Very interesting. Anyway, I've just come to the conclusion that I don't know if cricket, like as a whole, I was talking to one of the boys at work today, he's South African, and he was like, I can't remember a time where we were that bad at cricket. And he said the only name he remembered was Rabada.
Yeah.
That's the only recognisable name. And I said the same thing that he said to me. I didn't know that Dean Elgar was a South African cricketer, let alone the captain.
Yeah.
And it's sort of scary. I don't know if we're going through a period where maybe international cricket's starting to go a
maybe
little bit on the
test match
decline,
cricket.
like test match cricket with that sort of
all
shit.
the T20 stuff.
Yeah.
happening, which sucks. T20 is
is-
great, but like,
It's starting to ruin the... Like, I don't want to sound like some old cunt who's like, "Fucking get rid of the big bash from the 2020s. But it is starting to ruin Test cricket, which can be fucking phenomenal. And I think what
Test
people
cricket's
don't
the
realise...
pinnacle, though.
Exactly. What people don't realise, you might not like cricket, but you may not have never been to like a full day of Test match cricket.
yeah.
Now,
And a good day.
what does that entail? Celebrating with your mates, watching fucking phenomenal sportsmen do their thing,
Drinking
but
shitloads of
drinking a
piss.
shitload of piss,
Like shitloads of piss.
shitload of piss,
Spending too much money.
exactly.
Biting into a hot meat pie and it spills on your arm.
Can you imagine? Give it a couple of years when Bloke is eventually taking over the world, and Bloke is the major sponsor of the Gabba and Suncorp.
And you can get bloke down your
So you
throat.
can get Bloke down your throat while watching fucking Pat Cummins take Pfeiffer. And then, what's that? Marnus just went out and scored 300.
Jeez.
Jesus.
Get the,
See, that's fucking sick. That's a world that I want to live in.
fucking oath. And we're close.
And we're very close. If you've never been to a day of Test match cricket, go and do it next
Yeah.
summer because it's fucking phenomenal.
Maybe we should buy a whole like section next year for the
Yeah.
test.
My God,
That'd be rowdy.
that would be so good and get everyone to dress
Just
up.
resell tickets. Like, you
Yeah.
just rock up and pick up your ticket off us on the day.
Yeah, it'd be sick. We'd be pretty in the hole because I reckon a lot of people would just
Wouldn't
go fuck
turn up.
out.
Yeah.
Mostly our mates. But last thing on cricket, one thing I really got into when I was watching it was the Big Break. It was the lunchtime show, and it was an awesome like they had some great segments, some great interviews. Skull, Kerry O'Keefe.
It's kind of nice when you're like, this is what happens to me. I don't know if it's just me, but you're sitting on the couch and it's like, oh, lunch is in 2 hours. You're like, oh, fuck. And then you sit on the couch just dreading it. The play coming to an end, and then like, okay, we go to the big break, and it's just Kerry O'Keefe, and you're like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, this is fucking sick.
It's like when you wake up and you think it's Monday, but it's actually Sunday.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's like filled with dread.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, this is good.
Yeah, you just suddenly everything's turned around. One of the coolest segments they had, it was towards the end, and they got it from the Cricket Hall of Fame, like the memorabilia and shit, was cricket bats through the ages, and they had Mike Hussey out there. Mr. Cricket, absolute Australian hero when it comes to cricket. He got to test out a whole range of different bats, but I just thought it was sick to see how bats had evolved over the years. Now, for overseas listeners who, particularly American listeners who might not be familiar with like a bat, it's literally like, imagine you got your baseball bat. The cricket bat is just like fucking sort of rectangular, but it's like long and narrow, but they've developed into this thick motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you just belt the shit out of the ball. It's got a long handle.
There's no better feeling than hitting one out of the middle of the bat.
It's fucking phenomenal. Baseball, I can imagine, would be sick to hit a home run.
Yeah.
Try hitting a 6.
Try being
so good.
Try being Brett Lee and hitting one out of the Gabba.
Yeah. It's
with the beast.
With the beast. That was whack.
Did the beast have graphite in the bat? Was that one of the cheating ones?
I think it did. I think
the kahuna,
because they were talking to Hussey about how he used to have graphite on the back of his bat.
Yeah,
and that they had to outlaw that because it was just destroying
Ricky Ponting's, Hussey's, and Brett Lee's, all kookaburras. Yeah,
crazy.
So
I just thought that was sick how they went through the ages and went through different bats. And I was thinking, like,
what sort of bat did you have? Did you have a grey Nick?
I was a grey Nick power bow.
I had the
Predator.
Yeah, the Predator was sick.
The Predator was sick because I used to fucking... it's got a lot of cherries on there.
Yeah.
I think I got the power bow in year 11, and that's when I got moved to a number 9 or 10 batsman, which I was pretty bummed about.
I can't remember. Mine was a grey Nick as well. It was the orange one that Warner used when he first played.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Australia.
I want to say it starts with a K.
It's big something or I can't remember.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a great bat.
Yeah.
There's also something in that, going a little bit off track here, but as a kid, when you went to Amart All Sports and you got to just check out cricket bats, I could spend
even
hours.
If you could go, your dad could take you to Amart and buy you a new bat at the start of the season. You'd be back there next weekend to get like a ball or a training shirt or something. You're still going to the bat section.
And you just tap down and imagine what it's like.
And you do that thing where you have to hold it out for 10 seconds, see if it's too heavy.
Yeah. I used to love that. Nothing was ever too heavy.
And you sit there, you pick it up, you're like, no, it doesn't have a good backlift. You're like fucking in under 9 purples.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't feel... Yeah, it was funny. And the kids rocking up to cricket in like under 15s and they've got like 6 bats.
Grow up.
It's like, fuck. You definitely stole that.
Must be nice. Yeah.
You definitely stole that. Yeah. Keith Dudgeon is not giving you that many bats for free.
There's literally nothing better. I still do it if I go to like Rebel, go to the bat section.
We should go do it tonight.
Haven't played cricket in how many
Late night shopping tomorrow night. We're going to go play with cricket bats at Revel Sport Chermside.
It's impossible to walk past a cricket bat section without picking one up and trying it.
They're fucking awesome. What I was going to ask you, Das, is bats through the ages. Are there any other sports where you think it'd be sick if you could like be able to use shit from that sport over the time? Like my first thought was rugby league.
Yeah.
So, you know, go back and use some of the football boots that were used back in the day. Like Billy Slater puts on Dally Messenger's boots and just starts fucking stepping cunts.
I even reckon it would be insane if like Nike brought back old boot. You know what I mean? Like did a retro version. Like, you know those Total 90s?
Yeah,
remember them?
dude.
Imagine if they re-released them. Everyone had a pair of Total 90s in high school.
Yeah.
Every single person.
That would be fucking insane.
I played a lot of soccer, and the boots everyone had as well were the Adidas Predators, and then I'm trying to think what they were called, but they were just the like
the
traditional
ones.
No, the Adidas traditional black ones with just the 3 white stripes, like the literally like the original Adidas boots. Everyone had them.
Yeah, they were pretty sick. I was I don't know what I used to use. I used to use metal studs all the time.
Yeah,
something about metal studs, but I was thinking it'd be sick to go back and try and use the
footy
boots.
Another great time of year when your dad takes you to go get new footy boots.
It's great because being in school, like your foot grew every year.
New pair every year.
You need a new pair every year.
Yeah.
That's why I found it insane. When I was out of school, my foot stopped growing. I got 3 seasons out of a pair of footy boots. I was like,
What is this? Yeah.
This is fucking sick.
I remember in
The
grade
Warnos.
11 we got taken on tour for soccer and they said that we had to take 2 pairs of boots. So it was like going in with dad. I'm like, I'm getting fucking 2
That
pairs,
is
baby.
so sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
Like, I remember when I got my first pair of even cricket spikes, dude. That
Yeah,
was
first
so
pair of cricket
dorky.
spikes and you can hear
but-
yourself walking around. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking
It's
legend.
like, this is fucking sick. I've still got them at home. Dad uses them as golf shoes now.
Yeah, nice.
Because he found it was cheaper to get the spikes out and just put the golf spikes
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely love that. Now,
I
you
got
had something else as well.
I got one. So during the week I read that Jazz Tavaga, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, apologies, from the Warriors, for the upcoming season will donate $10 for every tackle he makes, $1 for every metre he makes, and $500 for every try he scores for the Relief for Roman GoFundMe, which I think is one of his mates who's sick, which is fucking awesome.
That's fucking sick.
And something I wanted to ask you, Josh, is if you were going to do something similar for Jeeps, how expensive do you reckon your season would be in 6th grade this year?
Oh, look. I reckon it could be quite expensive. I reckon it'd be quite expensive.
I'm pretty sure last year...
What are we defining as expensive?
I'm pretty sure last year you said you were going to score 4 tries and you got 2.
No, I got 4 tries and I said I'd score 6.
There was a few disallowed though.
Yeah, I got disallowed 3 tries in one game.
Yeah.
Which,
It could
but
have been an
that's still
expensive
$2
game.
grand. That's still $2 grand
Exactly.
right there. And that doesn't include the meters that I
Yeah, some of us are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to
Yeah,
play. Others are
exactly.
paying to play.
I wouldn't be getting many $10 tackle ones, but
What about meters gained?
at least $100 a game.
No chance.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Maybe the games you play on the wing.
Yeah.
They'd be the
Well,
bad games.
Meters gained does also include take. Well, actually, no, I don't take kickoffs. I actually, little secret here. I hate taking kickoffs. I don't know what it is.
Pressure?
Put a cricket ball. I'm all right under the high ball.
Yeah.
Footy ball.
Can't.
If anyone's playing against me next year, I'm actually pretty good.
Don't target me.
Don't target me. But also, there's a reason why I stand in the middle of the field and not where the ball gets
And
kicked.
yell everyone else.
I actually grab the other boys and I'm like, hey, man, you got really good hands. You want to go over that way for us? Yeah. It's all right, man. You just go over there. Like, I'll probably drop it.
in touch footy when the person, like, there's one person who never wants to take the high ball, and you usually go 3 at the back and then 1 in the middle at the front, and you like score a try, be involved in the try right down in the corner, and they'll be in back play, and they'll walk back and just go and stand on halfway, and
Yeah, I
you
hate
run
that.
to the other corner.
Hate that. See, I don't mind
Eden
taking the
Richards?
high ball in it. Yeah, but he can't run that far. Hence why he's in back play. I don't mind taking the high ball and touch, though.
Yeah, right.
Touch is all
Maybe
right.
we should get a
because-
touch team going this year as well.
Yeah, fuck. I need to get back into it.
If we
Instead of, well, pre-season training and training in general is out of 2022. So maybe instead of,
instead of actual training, we do
instead of
TRL.
training, we play TRL.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Stay tuned for that.
That'd be
Fire up the
fucking
lower
sick.
grade letdowns.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Every try Clutzy scores, BB would donate money to. This is a conversation starter.
Fuck, tell you what, there'll be a lot of
Expensive
tries.
season. We need a
You
sponsorship.
do know that we used to have a touch team called Tui's Extra Try. And I was actually the leading try scorer as Corey Coates.
We actually.
Nah.
I was going to say.
I was just nicknamed Corey Coates. Because
never
that's
forget
when
when
Corey
you're-
Oates was having one of his best try scoring seasons.
I'll never forget when you were on the wing that time, just absolutely spraying the dude who was. They had the ball. We were defending on the try line, and the dude pretty much just ran around.
Because I went for an intercept and came with my fingers and went straight into his hands, and he just jogged in, and then he got sent off for abusing me. That was pretty funny. We hadn't won all season, and we ended up drawing, and we were in the lead with a minute to go. That was pretty good. Now, one of my last ones I want to bring up to us to round us out for this evening, Americans. They are the gift that keeps on giving.
Yep.
Now, NFL regular season has just come to an end.
Yep.
And I was listening to some stuff from this bloke, Pat McAfee. Love Pat McAfee, spoken about him before.
Yep.
But he had one of the NFL reporters on, and they were talking about, well, Pat just goes, how good, it's Black Monday, it's Black Monday. And Ian Rappaport, his name is, he's a massive reporter in the NFL. He's like, oh, we don't call it that. It's just like the end of the regular season now. He's like, oh, what? Basically, they've called this day Black Monday for ages. It's a day after the regular season ends, and it's Black Monday because it's like the fire sale of the NFL.
Yeah.
All the teams that have gone shit, just clear house.
Yeah.
Head coach is gone. front office gone, just everyone. And it's like awesome to see like who gets fired from where.
And who goes to
and
other
Americans
teams and
literally celebrate this Black Monday because it's like...
Because like, if your team has a shit season, they're like, fucking
they're
get
like,
rid of
the coach, get rid of the coach. And it's just ridiculous. And, you know, there's like, everyone's always waiting for that surprise firing or that coach can't be fucked being there anymore, so he's leaving. And it just generates so much hype. But I just think it's so good and so funny that they celebrate that. Like, it sucks for the coach, but there was literally a dude, his name's Lovey Smith.
Lovey first name.
Lovey.
That is fucked.
He's 63 years old, I believe. And they were talking about him. So he took the job as the Houston Texans coach this year, which is just so stupid because they're so shit.
Yeah.
And I think he knew he was on the way out. He signed a 3-year deal and he wasn't expected to do anything in the first year, but they still got rid of him.
Yeah.
So he still gets paid for the next 2 years. It's like what we said a few weeks back.
Yeah.
But I think he knew he was getting fired. And basically, they just had to lose the game they were playing on the weekend. There was a very good chance they were going to lose it as well. They ended up winning. And because of that win, they now no longer have the number 1 selection in the draft. They're now picking number 2.
Fuck.
And I think the other team
is chasing the same position as them or something.
I'm not sure if they're chasing the same position, but like they now have the opportunity to trade down to someone who wants a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because if there's a clear-cut number 1 quarterback, they can jump above the Texans.
Yeah.
So it's just
fucked there.
He's proper screwed them, really. Like,
and because they won, does he stay there or?
Well, no, he got fired.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but because they've won, now it's just
rubbish
still a pile of shit. He gets paid for another 2 years. He'll be 66 by the time he can come back and coach again, if he wants to.
Yeah.
But why would you go coach somewhere else if you're going to get paid like probably like another 15, 20 mil to just sit on your ass the next 2 years
66.
and enjoy life?
Fuck. The dream, bro.
I just want to say shout out to America for celebrating getting rid of people because that is
so
fucking funny.
So
and
fucked.
just on the draft as well, I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. There's something about it, like the draft isn't until March or April or something like that. Like it's a fair way away.
Super Bowl, hey?
Yeah. There's still playoffs, which I'm so keen for, but I'm already keen for next season.
Yeah.
Because draft talks happen and they've already released the order for 1 to 18 for all the eliminated teams, and I'm like, holy fuck, yes.
There's going to be some movement.
There's going to be some movement. There's going to be, this team could be good, and it's already generating conversation.
Sorry, that was the froth line.
Already generating conversation about next season. And
which is haunting.
Fuck, it'd just be sick if we had that in like NRL, rugby union, something like that.
It kind of just goes dead until there's a fucking scandal where someone talks about hating their coach.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Cobbo.
Shout out to athletes from Brisbane going on podcasts and not clearing with their media teams.
Yeah. You know who you are. Yeah. Anyway, we are Red. This was Bloody Brilliant Sports, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.